Hi, it's Julian Mellor, Easy Swing Golf Coach, and thank you for watching the videos. Subscribers have just gone up to over 18,000 people now, which is quite mind-blowing for me. So thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Hope you're finding it helpful. So today's video is about the importance of the follow-through. I can't believe how many things I read or watch that talk about setup and the backswing and the start of the downswing, but never really too much about the importance of the follow-through. So I thought I'd make a video on this to kind of show you some of the do's and don'ts and how you can become far more efficient at hitting golf balls. So most people, they make the setup, you see them all the time working backswing, positions all day long, but like we said, nobody really concentrates on the follow through. So really, what should a good follow through look like? So ideally, once we've hit the golf ball, the body is turning, your weight is shifting forward, and you're finishing in balance. Now, one of the things that will definitely stop you turning through to a balanced finish is the thing that's commonly said and taught in golf is to keep your eye on the ball. So if you keep your eye on the ball, that will definitely stop you turning. So it's super important that really as we're hitting the shot, start to look towards your target. So if I was hitting a golf ball towards the camera now, as we hit it, go forward. So my eyes are now facing the camera rather than here. So what often happens when you keep your eyes on the ball for too long, or keep your head down, as everybody says, we end up with a thing that I call a flat foot syndrome. So once we hit it, the feet are very, very flat through impact here, and then it's kind of a false finish. So very often we'll see the right foot looking like this instead of like this. So if your foot's finishing here, it's also straight away I can feel strain on the inside of my right knee when I do that one. So really bad movement through impact. It's what we call a tilted movement rather than a turn. So as we hit it, we're turning through. Now what's going to happen if you do this really well is you're going to get the first two principles of what we like to see in the golf swing, which is a turn and a weight shift. So if I was hitting something hard, so if this was my hand, if I can turn, we end up making a lot of noise in there. So that's driving a lot of energy through the golf shot. But if I'm here, it becomes a bit more of a slap and I'm not really driving the golf ball forward. I'm not sure I should use the word driving because that kind of comes into where people want to force it, but we don't really want to force it. Let's keep our muscles relaxed, then we can move through so much easier. So what should a good finish look like, most importantly? So one of the things, a lot of people say you must have high hands in the finish and let the club come down your back. Now if I do that, I'm starting to put a lot of tension in my shoulders and I can definitely feel it in my lower back. So is this a good finish, or would this be more comfortable facing target? So if I was hitting a golf ball towards the camera, do I need to be up here to put all that extra tension in my body, or would it be better to flow through to that nice relaxed finish? Now the other thing that you'll notice when we start to turn better, just at this point here, you see how my arms are more together from here. So quite commonly what we see with golf swings is the elbow starts to come out and then the hands flip over to try and finish. And again here you can probably see that my foot is a little bit stuck down. So if I go here, it's kind of there through impact instead of this way, all the way through to that lovely finish. All the way through. Now if I'm holding a lot of tension, and the most common thing that I see golfers doing all the time is way too much tension in the shoulders. Now if we're tight in the shoulders, now I'm struggling to stay in balance rather than nice relaxed shoulders where I'm finishing in balance. So much better. So some of the things that we should see is your body will be facing target, number one. Your weight will have moved onto your front foot. If we're I am obviously right-handed, so my weights finish on my left. If you're left-handed, it should finish all in right. So you see now I'm nicely in this balanced finish. I'm relaxed, I'm facing target, rather than here leaning backwards and hitting that horrible pull shot, or hitting behind the ball, topping the ball, those things. So what you're going to get, if you start to move really well, if we think of mass and velocity, so we're going to get body mass, club head speed, working together through impact, which is going to give us that effortless distance. But if I'm here and tilted back, what I'm got now is what I call flash speed. So the hands are flashing, the club head's flashing past the ball, but I'm not really putting any energy behind it. I'm not using my body efficiently, which again comes back to learning La Danse de Golf and turning right and turning left, getting really good at moving in this direction and not in this direction, this tilted position that we see far too often. So maybe it's time to stop thinking about positions in your backswing, and more importantly, let's work on the movement through impact, getting your body turning through impact. It's going to give you better direction. Again, if I was just hitting the ball to the camera, if I keep my body still, look where the path of the club goes. See, it keeps going left, so my head's down, and the club keeps going left of me, which is now going to pull the shots way off target. So if I move, you see how the club is moving towards the camera this way rather than pulling back into this position. You just see it far too often, or then people hold it open and then have that false finish with their hands to try and finish off, but it's not really that efficient. So once we hit it, turn through to good finish, hold that finish until the golf ball lands. So we're finishing in balance, we're facing target. You probably see here my body's nice and upright, so I'm not staying down. Again, what we call a dreaded walk forward. If you keep the head down, you see so often that the body falls forward, and that's only an effect of head stayed down, clubs pulled left, and your body's just moving into balance. So if we can turn through, it'll be miles more efficient. So ideally you want to go out and try and hit some shots on a range or on the practice ground. I would definitely tee the ball up slightly for this, just to get that feeling of a really nice lie. It encourages you to turn better. If you've got it on a tee that's a little bit higher than normal, if you did tilt, what you'll find yourself doing is going underneath the ball. It'll hit the top of the club, the ball suddenly shoots up in the air, but it won't really go forward. So this will turn much better. Another thing that I like to see maintained ideally is what's called the chin level and the knee level. So again, if I'm doing La Danse de Golf, it turns, and only at the very end will you see me come up, but what you won't see is me dipping down and pulling out of the shot. So turns right, turns left. Yeah, so your chin level, your knee level will remain far more constant throughout the golf swing. So let's stop thinking too much about the backswing and let's concentrate a little bit more on the follow through, getting everything moving together through impact rather than poor body movement, poor weight shift, poor balance ultimately. Get out there, put it into practice, because it will make a huge difference to your golf game, that's for sure. And by the way, same feeling with all shots. So even a little chip shot, the weight is still moving forward, so I don't want to be leaning back. So little chip, weight moves forward, pitch shot, everything's moving forward, full swing, everything moves forward. So that's the same, all clubs, so full wedges up to full drivers, get that body moving forward and finishing in a balanced finish. Now, a little test for you just right at the end. Hold your finish till the ball lands. Yeah, so if with a driver, it's going to be roughly around 6 seconds. If you can hold a balanced finish from there, you're doing a lot of things right. So, hope this video's helped you think a little bit more differently about your golf swing. It will certainly make a difference to your golf game, and as I always say to people, if you need any help or advice, by all means get in touch. Just go into julianmellorgolfschool.com. Happily answer any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.